Hey, hey, aloha, good people. Grace C. coming to you from Asheville, North Carolina. How's it going today? Hey, I just want to say I appreciate all of you. I really see people showing up and bringing their gifts and creating scenarios and situations and ways that people can gather, even though the majority of us are in some version of quarantine, whether it's self-quarantine or state-mandated quarantine. And yeah, what a wild time to be alive. How's everybody doing? Things have been moving fast in my world. I keep reminding myself to take nice deep breaths and reminding myself I'm made for these times. I have a really good skill set. I have a good community, both locally and virtually. Big ups to the virtual community. I have a lot of good foods coming to me in the mail. That feels good. And in the midst of uncertainty, I am strengthening my daily practice. One of the things I'm deciding that I'm going to do is share some of the tools that I use in my spirit coaching practice to keep resiliency happening, to really cultivate resiliency. And so today I want to share something with you called a withhold list. All right. So something that we need to be aware of is what we are imbibing. Are we having feelings of fear? What are we getting triggered about? When we're in close quarters with people for longer periods of time, what are the things that are hard? What do we wish was different? Like, what are all the trip ups that are happening within our system? It's really important to keep those things moving along, because if we're not finding some healthy way to address them, they're getting lodged in our energetic system. And part of keeping our immune system on point is to keep our energy flowing, right? Energy, inner chi, our life force. We need to keep it flowing. But if we get triggered or we get caught up about the state of the world or what the person said or someone's opinion or viewpoint on social media, those start to become glitches in our overall system, and they will affect our health. They will also affect our capacity to remain present. All right, so in a time like this where there is incredible uncertainty, it is absolutely crucial and necessary that we remain present and resilient so that whatever's coming at us, we can have as clear and agile a mind as possible. It's like our Tai Chi, right? Like, how are we working with the energies that are presenting themselves? We want to be in a space of creation versus a space of reaction. Okay, so creation is being ahead of the curve. Part of the way that we need to part of what needs to happen for us to be able to remain present and ahead of the curve is that we have to have best practices in terms of addressing what trips us up. All right, so withhold list. I'm gonna invite you to get a piece of paper. Okay, I'll just be right here. All right, and a pen. So I want you to fold that paper in half longwise. And on one side of the paper at the top, I want you to write who, you can either write who did it or what happened. I would write what happened, or what/how, wait, what/who happened/did it, okay? And then on the other side, right, so we have a piece of paper, what happened, who did it. On the other side, who should know, okay? Who does it affect, okay? And then what I invite you to do is, as often as possible, I am starting to incorporate this into my daily protocol, all right? I have been meditating daily, doing a practice called running my energy, doing a withhold list to address things in the moment, so that as I'm entering my day, when my daughter's waking up, I am hopefully able to be present and resilient and help us navigate the day with clarity, all right? So one piece of paper, fold it in half, long ways, right in the middle, just how you would always write on it. So it's portrait versus landscape. keep getting this notification. One side is what happened, who did it. On the other side, who should know. All right. And then usually I will just take a few minutes to sit in meditation. Really could just be 1 or 2 minutes. Or if you don't want to do that, that's fine too. Here's what I recommend. On the side that is what happened, who did it, you're just free journaling. You're just anything that arises. Even if it doesn't fit into the box of what happened or who did it, write it down. It doesn't have to be in order. I usually like fill that side of the paper and then keep writing. I just write over what I already wrote. So there isn't any way, shape, or form that you have to do it in. Okay. And then on the other side of the paper, it's like, who should know? And you don't have to go tell the person. You know, for me, sometimes it's like, it's just any of the energies that come into my awareness when I'm writing it. If it's like, you know, maybe something comes up around my daughter's dad or the government or God or, you know, it doesn't matter. You don't need to, you're not going to have to go tell this person. It doesn't have to make sense. Okay. It's just a way of accessing what is holding us up, okay? Because if we're not expressing things, they become what's called a withhold, and they get lodged in our space, as we already talked about, right? One side of the paper, what it was or who did it. The other side of the paper, who needs to know. And again, they don't have to totally link up. Sometimes I will do a situation and write who needs to know, do a situation and write who needs to know. And sometimes I'll just empty my mind of all the situations, thought processes, and things that are bugging me. And then on the other side, everybody that I need to talk to resolve things. You don't have to talk to them. You're not going to talk to them. Or if I'm, again, mad at the government or mad at God or, you know, how could this be happening? Like whatever it is, just write it down. It could be helpful to set, you know, a 2 to 3 minute timer, or you can just go until you're done. When you're done, what is very crucial and important is to get rid of it. What you're going to do from there is fold it up, write a positive affirmation. For me, sometimes I'll say, I release all of this BS and I open to the most positive outcome that is possible. Right? You know, you might want to be more eloquent with it. I give this up to, you know, the highest, and I call in the highest and best outcome, like whatever it is for you. But you're going to write a little prayer or intention or like completion, and then you're either going to burn it or just rip it into shreds and throw it away. That's really important because what this represents is the fear, the negativity, the confusion, whatever it is inside of you that needs to get out so that you can clear your vessel. Okay? And so what happened? Who did it? Who needs to know about it? Do that until you feel complete. Rip it up. You know, write a prayer on it. Rip it up or burn it. And then move on with your day. This, again, is called a withhold list, and this is something that I do with my spirit coaching clients. So hope this was helpful. Stay resilient. Stay as present with your process as you can, and keep healing, keep growing, keep rising. We got this. All right, aloha. See you on the other side.